Hello, it's Priscilla Batzel. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery, and I have a 12 by 16 inch canvas that is pre-primed with assumably some Artist Loft white that had Floetrol and GAC 800 added to it, which reminds me that I have that mixture, 1/4 GAC 800, 1¾ Floetrol in this container. And instead of using a pillow to tip my sky colors that I'm going to put in my shovel, after I wipe that white out, I'm going to use the GAC and the Floetrol mixture. So I might as well just put that right down on the canvas now. I don't know how this is going to work. This is the first time I've tried this like this. This is usually what I mix with, sometimes Vivid Intense. Yeah, I have no idea what that thing is. And that was way too much. I forget it just pours. I need that to go away. Whatever it was. So I primed the canvas, and I'm using a primed canvas to make sure that the Floetrol, which will dry sheer. How do I say this? I don't know. I kind of want to put it all the way down because I'm going to try and do the bottom of this landscape as well. But I forgot the tape I was going to put at my horizon line, but I guess that can come later. If this will open, I'm pouring off my excess. That little tiny bit of black schmutz is kind of bumming me out because it's still in the sky area. But I have been looking forward to trying this since I figured out that I wanted to. So, let's grab some Titan light blue. Whoops, that was a lot. And let's take the last bit of Floetrol that's on my spatula and smooth an equal amount all the way across. And it doesn't look like I'm going to need more right now, so I'm going to leave this aside and put in some other colors. I'm a Colourarte affiliate. That was Titan Light Blue from, that's a Vivid Intense. This is Moody Lilac. I believe that this is a Vivid Intense. Oh, actually, you know what? It's probably it's probably Primary Element. I'm going to throw in some Fluorescent Blue Vivid Intense, which I remember now was difficult the last time I used it. And it's still being difficult. And I don't know why, because I think I would have resolved that issue if I'd have thought about it. So, I've got Periwinkle, which is a Vivid Intense. And when that shovel looks full, that's when I'm going to quit. This is some frosted berry. Excuse me. This is Frostbite. Yeah, it's after 5 o'clock somewhere. Actually, it's after 5 o'clock here. This is a Vivid Intense. This is Fuchsia, I believe. Yes, it is. I was thinking about yellows and oranges, but I'm not brave enough yet. So I'm going to put a few bottles away. And now we're going to find out. Probably should have thought about the fact that I actually do like white in my skies. But I think what I'm going to do is put some more Titan blue in there and look and see what else I've got handy. No, I think I'm good. You know what? That's not true. I pulled out the Venetian, the Vivid Intense Fluorescent Red, which I may or may not be happy I'm doing. But I'm going to try it anyway. And some of it will get swallowed and muted by the colors I'm adding to it. And hopefully it's not as obnoxious as it seems like. So, since my shovel still has paint in it, I'm going to grab a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. Kind of wishing for more purple. Or whatever that beautiful, that was the fuchsia. The purpley pink color is a beautiful, beautiful color. Alright, I've got other shovels. This one's going in the bucket before it dries on there. Now I've got an edge catcher out. And I'm going to let things move across. Although I do see something in there. And I guess it's only a bubble. Nothing's moving very quickly. You know what that means? That means I'm going to go ahead and give myself permission to add some paint to help paint move. Because the Floetrol didn't cut it. Tip it down so it melds, then tip it back so it gets moving, hopefully. This could be a complete bust. I suppose in the worst case scenario I could just spatula it across. I learned something new today. Don't use Floetrol and GAC 800. Maybe it was the GAC 800. Let's blame the GAC 800. I'm just going to smooth some colors into place as soon as I get a second. As soon as I drain these off. They might look kind of cool anyway. You never know. Be nice if they keep moving. Because the more I can tip them, the thinner they'll be and less likely they are to move when I put what I consider to be the bottom half of the landscape, we hope. I'm going to grab a straw and see if I can hurry this process up. That fluorescent blue kind of bummed me out. I could have used a whole lot more of that. I don't think I like the receptacle for my shovels. I'm going to have to use something different. Alright, I got a fair amount of paint off there. Not absolutely enough. I think I'm going to take some of that, put it right in there. That was just a spoon that was handy. It's amazing how natural the skies can look. Just by doing pretty much almost nothing. I feel like this is taking a while. Alright, so I need to get rid of a few bubbles. Or at least make sure they are bubbles. I don't know what's in the fuchsia, but it's definitely not bubbles. Come on, whatever you are, come out. Well, hopefully I can get it out somewhere along the line. I'm really sad that that didn't work. I was kind of hoping it would. Alright, so let's just grab a spatula. Which seems to have filaments on it. quiet because I'm focused. I'm going to try some more of that fluorescent blue. This time I'm going to pull the top off and see what's in there. I think that's just paint in the cone. Which does not explain why I'm having such an issue. So if I could have tipped this, I could have changed the trajectory of the sky, of the clouds. That's still not that bad. Although I am considering some frosted berry, which is funny because I said that by accident earlier. So I'm being called to a weird combination, which is frosted berry and moody lilac. Only the frosted berry is plugged, which is another bottle that is never plugged. But I was out of the studio for like a week, which is, I'm not sure that's ever happened before this year in like the last 8 years. Alright, the top's got to come off. Although I could find that, you know what, I'm going to replace that with Love You Pink, which I used yesterday. It's a primary element. Gonna go Moody Lilac. And that seems like a weird combination too. But that's okay, because a lot of times weird makes things more interesting. This could just be the start of something. I like to clean my spatula off across the top. And in this case, it's adding a color that's below so the eye will move back and forth more readily. It'll create a better composition, we hope. I've got drips across the top that I can, now that I see them, I can smooth them into place. I often like these gray clouds that you see in skies that are probably rain clouds sometimes. I suppose I could do everything I want, and if I want to put water in, which I kind of thought I was going to do, I could do that later. I've got some strange shapes up there, but that's what makes it cool. I take my residuals and hit the edge of my canvas. Probably on both sides. Oh, the other side's almost done, strangely enough. I do have this big gouge down here, which is kind of bumming me out, and I'm thinking that I put the periwinkle away. But it doesn't mean it has to stay away. Same thing, move some of that color right up to the top. That's actually kind of not a bad sky. I don't think anything's going to tip, but it doesn't keep me from wanting to try it. I'm going to blow into that cloud. I see there is something in there which looks like a bubble. I really, really, really like that fuchsia, so it's making me think that I want to add some more before the paint gets gloppier. I'm going to try the same trick. Go across the bottom. Scrape it off on the top. Oh, there's something in there. Oh, and I'm definitely getting gloppy, which might help me get the top covered. Which is actually more covered than I imagined it would be at this point. And I need to get those things out of there, and then I need to organize myself for a minute, and I'll come back. Let's hope there aren't any more of those. I'm suspicious that there might be. I need a scrape dish to clean my spatula off, and then the rag so I have no chance of picking up anything again. Oh, wow. That was unfortunate. Should have been expecting that, actually. Once you hit glop 30, paint tends to cling to the spatula rather than the canvas. I'm going to do it one more time. Oh gosh, that's so risky. That's my sky. That's where I'm calling it for now. Oh, that was attached to like a sweater fuzz or a cat hair. I know, I lied. But I really, really, really like the sky. 18 minutes of sky. Stop. So I'm basically going to come back as soon as I reset the timer. I suppose I could zoom in. That's kind of cool, actually. I think I'm good for now. I'm going to check for bubbles. I might hit it with a torch. I'll see you in a sec. Hello again, I'm back. I hope I got most of my bubbles. I just saw one. Alright, so to heck with the blue, fluorescent blue, I'm going to use this African jade. Which I'm fairly certain is a primary element. And goes really nicely with the sky. I have some Silverleaf, which I thought I would use, which is a new Prizm pour. But I think I'm going to put some of it right on my silicone mat and test it out to see if I really like it first by dipping a spatula in. I think it would have been a better first color, but I don't hate it. I don't really want a lot, and I don't mind if the sky color is reflected in the ocean or whatever body of water somebody decides it is. I discovered with the last painting I did that was a seascape, if I wanted to, behind the uneven sea I could add land masses or islands or whatever so that it would rectify the incorrectness of a wobbly horizon line. That's my theory and I'm sticking to it. That's a great color. It almost makes me feel like I have enough time to fill a few shovels and do the bottom part. But I see that thing that I want to be gone. Why are they always in the middle? I guess you see them better in the middle. They also seem to be very tenacious. And they don't want to go away easily. And I see I have a little white spot there that I don't want. I'm going to do a little more. I wonder if the Silverleaf is going to show up in a photograph. I have a terrible time with turquoises. They turn this not very attractive green. Well, at least we know the Floetrol didn't work. I want to put some real color down there. I'm going to take a whole bunch. Just pick up what I put down on the canvas and hope I don't have any paint chips in there. That will work, I think. Hopefully. Wipe off my spatula. The rest are in the dish drainer, which is what I use to dry my tools. Now, I'm going to have to do what I did yesterday because I don't want to use the Floetrol again. And yesterday I used Art Americana 24 karat gold. I'm going to take some of this color that I still have on my edge, that I still need on my edge, take it right off the silicone mat. Try and blend it in. So I'm going to put some of this Art Americana 24 karat gold right in the bottom of my shovel right now. And probably some more in a minute. I have a new Prizm pour color called Misty Olive, which I think is gorgeous. And I think it's going to go really, really nicely with the Fandango, which seems to be significantly thicker, strangely enough. I got to remember how pretty that African jade is. I've got green tea, which is a Prizm primary element. I don't know how much of this I'll need, but I really liked putting the Aztec bronze in there, which is a vivid intense. So I think I'm going to use pretty much the same colors if I can. This is a chestnut brown, also a primary element. The colors will be listed under the video. I want to throw a weird color in there. Okay, that's going to be the Prussian violet. And also some black iris. And I want to make sure I have enough paint this time. I'm going to throw a little bit of black raspberry in there. Whoa. Well, I didn't shake it first, so we've got some liquid in there. But I'm sure it'll come out in the wash. Alright, the last couple things I added were warm caramel. That's good. And my mix that looks coppery of Mayan Gold and Saffron. And then I'm going to go back again. Which green? I'm just going to give it the Misty Olive its opportunity to shine, hopefully. The gold worked so well yesterday, I cannot resist using it again. I don't think it's actually any more expensive than any other quality paint. And I wanted the clouds to be at an angle, but oh well. That'll have to be another painting. One with a nice layer of something in the background that isn't Floetrol and GAC 800. Question is, can I get this done in time so I'm not late for dinner? Alright, I shouldn't worry about that. Probably shouldn't worry about that either. Definitely can't live with the chips though. Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula would probably come in really handy right about now. And I think before I decide on that entirely, I'm going to add another color. I want Frog Prince. I thought I'd use Triple Sec, but Frog Prince is closer. And might be thinner. Actually, I think it's a primary element. If it was open, I'd use some green tea. Actually, I'm going to use some green tea anyway. Not really coming out very well. I'm having an interesting day. Scrape my shovel out as best I can and hope for the best. Now I'm going to throw that in the bucket so it doesn't dry. Same with my spatula. I grabbed myself a brand new edge catcher. I don't know how it's going to work. It's pretty much invisible until it gets paint on it. I wonder if I have a shorter one. I do, but it's not short enough. I'll just go for it. We're going to try and do both sides. I'm going to rock it this time and pour everything back again. Once I get it all the way across, then I can tip it up. It's got some interesting textures. It'd be nice if I could pick that up a lot easier. Pour it back in again. Use the rest of that all the way down. I'm going to let it go up and over again. like to have a bunch over here. My ocean is being swallowed. But I don't mind. The lay of the land is looking kind of interesting, so that's not a bad thing. I'm going to let that hopefully all go down. And whatever I get off my edge catcher will go back on. Still have enough time to finish this, I think. Usually I'll take whatever paint I can get, and even if it's not completely 100% finished, being tipped, and use it, but it's not an excess a lot this time. But that's kind of cool. Let me grab a new Oxo Omelette Turning Flip and Fold Spatula available on my Amazon link, which reminds me I have a 20% off Colourarte coupon code. Should you happen to be interested, it's in the description underneath the video. Got enough color here, there, and everywhere to fill in any gaps I might happen to have. That's interesting. The colors are interesting. It's time to decide to hit it with a torch and call it good. Tell you guys I love you, and there's over 33 playlists with 100 videos on them each, and everything is also available by topic and genre. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm going to edit this together. First I'm going to pop the bubbles. Then I'm going to check my edges. In the meantime, thank you to all the members of my channel for keeping my channel alive. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who makes a donation through PayPal or Patreon. I really appreciate you guys too. Between the three places, it's the only thing helping me buy art supplies. That, and there was a nice 70% off sale at Michael's today, so I picked up a couple things. Not that I can afford them, but I can't afford not to get them at 70% off either. Okay, so even though I didn't get everything I wanted, I still got something that I don't mind. And I kind of like. Let me shimmer this at you, and then we'll call it good. And I got 1 minute left on my clock, and a paint chip between my toes. Oh no! All right, here we go. I might blow this down and over. That bottom is beautiful, and I like that rift of gold. Hopefully it doesn't, I'll do whatever I need to change things, just ever so slightly, so they're all copacetic, including put something on at the horizon where I see I need something. So I'm going to steal some paint. Where am I going to steal it from? That had a cat hair on it. No, thank you. Alright, something different's going to happen now. I've got another minute. I don't want to get too frisky with my spatula. I'll be sorry if I lose my continuity. But I was thinking I wanted to try this, so. I'll fix my edge in a second. Maybe over here too. All right. Looks like I need to fix my water tomorrow. I got buoys. Maybe I should just color them. That'd be kind of cool, actually. All right. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget the thumbs up. Please share if you've a mind to. It's very helpful to watch the whole video. It's the only thing the YouTube algorithm responds to. My email address is easpb in the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. And you can contact me using that email address regarding lessons privately, one-on-one in my studio in Spring Hill, Florida, or purchasing an artwork. Check on my link tree for Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, a couple of my websites, all kinds of places you can have my artwork reproduced. My community board will show you tomorrow's video. And please ask questions if you'd like to. Comments are welcome and encouraged, and I appreciate yours. You keep my morale boosted. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget I have an Amazon link, and if you purchase things there, it's at no added cost to you, but it helps me out. And you will find my 2 books, volumes 1 and 2, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, are the first and the second 100 videos I made about paint pouring for YouTube. All right. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Hope you come again. I post at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. Although I am considering moving to like 8 p.m. at night because I had some really good luck recently with an accidental need to post at 8 p.m.